Doesn't look familiar to me. Just change the wig. It's very much Clark Kent, you know, throw some ears on there. Never seen this guy before. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Kritter XD. In today's video, I will be watching and reacting to the full Rings of Power trailer that just dropped today at San Diego Comic-Con. We have been waiting. Rings of Power comes out in late August, and it's been like 2 years, and so yeah, it's high time. I am very, very ready and excited to see what goes down now that Sauron has been revealed. Halbrand has been revealed as Sauron, and Sauron is presumably going to transform himself yet again so that he can keep pulling his strings. A little bit about me: I am a massive Lord of the Rings fan. I read the books way back in grade school. I've been obsessed with the movies ever since they came out. I am rereading the books right now for a podcast called But Are There Dragons, where a friend of mine who has never read them and I are going through them a few chapters at a time. We're currently in The Return of the King, and eventually sometime we'll probably get to the Silmarillion, which might be a little more relevant for Rings of Power purposes. Although I understand they don't have the rights to the Silmarillion, so they're basically using all of the little lore drops that we got throughout the Lord of the Rings books, which are now fresh in my mind because I've been reading them. Along with my firm place in the Lord of the Rings fandom, I am a huge Wheel of Time fan. I've read all of the books many times, and I've been really enjoying the Wheel of Time show that's also on Prime Video. So if you enjoy Rings of Power and you haven't watched the Wheel of Time, I highly recommend checking that out to bridge the gap between now and when Rings of Power comes out. Okay, I don't want to wait around any longer for the trailer. Stick around afterwards for my more thorough thoughts about the trailer. I'll be obviously reacting with my gut reactions first. And last thing, if you like what you see here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the little bell for notifications for when I post new content and go live. And if you have any thoughts, throw them in the comments. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. There he is, the deceiver himself.
Sees himself as master of all Middle-earth. He seeks to rule it not only through conquest.
It's a pretty sick crown, not gonna lie.
But by bending the minds of all its peoples to his own.
With rings! That is a pretty ring.
And for that he needs not armies.
No!
But rings.
Ooh, yeah, that's a pretty one. I'd wear that. It's kind of giving engagement ring.
You have all become his collaborators.
Maybe not.
I know you believe this ring is deceiving me. But I believe it is guiding me.
I mean, let's hope.
May be by his design. These rings may be how he attains power. They must be destroyed.
We will discuss the rings once you have answered the question.
Ooh, what question?
Who is this man?
He is no man.
I am no man. Sounds familiar. Ugh.
Deceived me. He is Sauron.
What am I to call you?
Anatar,
Bearer of gifts.
the gift giver. Lord of gifts.
Begins now.
Definitely not the same guy.
I have walked across mountains and deserts. My
Ooh.
friend find his destiny.
There she
The
is.
fate of the world may depend on.
Is it my task to stop the fire? Is it my task to face Sauron?
Tom Bombadil!
To try and cheat death? Might lead to an even greater catastrophe.
Balrog! The dwarves are in
Take off
trouble.
the ring.
No man.
I'm afraid, Durin.
You should be.
Every soul in Middle-earth is in peril.
Oh man.
Will you abandon them to their doom?
Get him on the right path, Tom.
No, what have you done to me?
Ooh. Is catching on to the deception?
Run to me.
Ooh.
Promise me, Elrond. He will not stop until he is destroyed.
Elrond's armor looks lit.
Forgiveness takes an age. I need your axe, old friend.
We're friends! Besties!
with me.
Fight with our friends!
When the darkness falls, there are always some who rise forth and shine.
Oh, we got an eagle!
You will give me the nine.
Oof. That long blonde wig, he looks good. Always appreciate the Elvish, always. There it is! Oh, the music swells. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so, I don't know about you, first instincts, first things that I noticed. Tom Bombadil was not speaking in rhymes or sing-songy voice, which, it probably should be a relief, but I was kind of hoping for it. So I'm hoping we get some of that. Maybe he gets more happy-go-lucky as time goes by, or maybe he is originally happy-go-lucky and then he gets darker. I don't know. I was expecting the sing-song because I just read, the books, and Andy Serkis's audiobook version is very, very sing-songy. It's like over-the-top sing-songy, so I was just fully bracing for that. Also, I'm gonna have to look through, but did I see Minas Tirith, or was that Numenor? I'm gonna have to scroll. It was literally for like a half of a second. Okay. I lied. That's a Numenor, I guess. Now that I'm recalling, I feel like isn't Minas Tirith like styled after the halls of Numenor? They're so similar. But yeah, that's what I thought I saw. I was like, wow, they're moving really, really quickly. The dwarves are gonna have a tough season, I'm afraid. I am very, very afraid. We've got the Balrog coming. We've got Elrond asking them for aid. Oh, they are gonna have a bad, bad, bad time. Also very interested in the elves and their dynamic with the rings that they have. The fact that they decided to use them is, interesting given what happened last season, right? So the justification for that and the outcome is going to be something I'll be looking forward to. This feels like, Galadriel's got something going on. Obviously, she's on some quest separate from what Elrond's doing, so it'll be a fun thing to follow. Very excited to see Elendil back. I enjoyed him last season. This is giving Numenor's going down also, so not only are the dwarves going to have a bad season, but maybe the Numenorians as well. Definitely looks like they took the outfits, kind of raised them, a level. This looks really kind of awesome. Like, I don't know, the feather work, the tree type situation. I don't know, I'm digging it. Biggest mystery to me for sure is going to be the stranger, that plot. Not sure what he's gonna be up to, basically. Him and Nori out in the wild. I remember last season that one tended to be the one that I was like, oh, who is this guy? But it was just not as compelling. It didn't feel like as much stuff was happening, so I'm hoping that his plot is more consequential, basically. That's what I have. That's what I'm hoping for Gandalf. My prediction, this is Gandalf, but that's my hope for the stranger. And it would not be out of the question for the bad guys to be fighting, right? In the books, we saw Saruman and Sauron kind of plotting against each other, so having that sort of dynamic here, it would maybe make sense. Whether they're just being manipulative with each other or legitimately just like butting heads, time will tell, I guess. Also, just absolutely love that everyone's just like, I don't know who that is. Doesn't look familiar to me. Just change the wig. It's very much Clark Kent, throw some ears on there. Never seen this guy before. Well, are you excited for Rings of Power? Because I know I am. I am very much looking forward to it. I love a good high fantasy. I love Tolkien, and being in Middle-earth again is just going to be a pleasure. Also, I love when big dollar signs are following fantasy shows, right? It looks beautiful, and that's what you want in high fantasy, right? You want it to look majestic, and so far it does. in my mind. Thank you again for watching this video. If you enjoyed yourself, feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the little bell for notifications for when I post new content and go live. And if you want to take your support to the next level, I have a Patreon, or you can become a member on YouTube. I do want to take a moment to shout out my amazing patrons. You guys are amazing, and your support means so, so much. That is going to be it for me today. Let me know again how you feel about this trailer, how you feel about Rings of Power in the comments, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye!